If you guys would like to get yourself some official Simpzy merchandise, check out my Spreadshirt link in the description below for t-shirts, hoodies, mugs and cups. If you do make a purchase, send me a photo on Twitter, but regardless, let's get stuck into the video. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Australia-Hungary. This is episode 5. If you still are enjoying this series and would like to see more, the best way to ensure more content is leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the campaign, and of course what you would like me to replace this campaign with in the not too soon future. So it's the 15th of June 1943. We're going to be continuing our war against the Axis forces, hopefully finishing off Spain and of course China and Japan in today's episode. So welcome back to the series. It's the 15th of June 1943. At this stage in the campaign, we've been successful against the Allied forces and of course the Comintern forces. We're about to boot out the last of the Axis in the Iberian Peninsula here. There are some small pockets, but the majority of my allies in Africa and up here have taken them out. There are some small pockets in China, so we're going to be hitting China in today's episode and finishing them off here. The allies are still in the game. A couple of things have changed off camera. America flipped over to fascism, which is not good because I wanted them to be on my side. They're technically in this new allied regime with... Who's in it again? Like, oh, Free America's there, right? Okay, I think was it Venezuela they're at war with? South Africa's in the Allies. Turkey's there as well, and so is the Republic of Iraq, Finland, and then Free Americas. Let's cancel that boosting. Let's continue that boosting in Finland. I think that would be a good idea still. So okay, let's get back into the campaign. We are currently low on manpower, 1.4 million, so I'm actually going to switch over from service of requirement now, which gives us 10% pop, to all adult serve. That gives us another 7 million there, which is quite huge if I'm being honest. We've got 150 divisions here pushing through the Pyrenees. I think this is what, is it called the Pyrenees? I can't remember. This Spanish mountain range through France there. We've got 110 divisions here. This army is mostly made up of Australian-Hungarians, but there are a lot of Danes in this army, which is really quite cool. We did get reinforcements from there as well. We've got Norwegians fighting here as well. 16 divisions here, trying to finish off the little resistance in, of course, Greece. There's a little bit of an incursion in the north of France. D-Day, Part 2, coming along. We've got 127 divisions here in China fighting the Japanese, and this is mostly Indian conscripts as well. They are just a powerhouse in this series at the moment. So we've actually pushed up all the way. We've taken Hong Kong. We're on the Fuzhou, I think that's how you say that. Nanjing is pretty far away, Shanghai as well. But once we've done with that, we'll finish off Japan. Wars-wise, this is the war. We've lost 7.5 million Australian-Hungarians. 14 million fascist lives have been taken against Hitler. 49, yeah, they've lost 7 million. 500k Russians have died of the Russian Empire, 1.5k Swedes, 500k Norwegians, 1 million Danes, and 2.4 men of the British Raj. 200k Egyptians, some Malaysians there as well that are quite higher up. Guys, if you guys can remember in this series, I made the decision to puppet a lot more countries. So let's have a quick look at Scandinavia. Obviously, they are fascist. They are my puppets. I puppeted Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. They are fascist regimes fighting for me. Down in Africa as well, when I took out France and Italy, I made the decision, and the Allies, I made the decision to, instead of taking the land for myself, I thought, why not, let's liberate the indigenous people of the land. Let's give Nigeria a huge land, because they're going to be like, hey, you've taken us away from those allied roots, and we've given the indigenous populace power. You can fight for me, and then you can reclaim more land. So as you can see, the Kingdom of Nigeria here in the northwest of Africa is huge. We've got the Imperial Kemet as well. We've brought the Egyptians back, a fascist Egyptian regime. Kingdom of Sudan, Congo, but Kenya's quite big here, Rhodesia as well. We've even got a Israeli totalitarian state. So I don't know what this is. There's a lot of guys here. We've got the Empire of Jordan as well. a little bit different happened against the Soviets. I wanted to give Russia a bit of power, who are loyal to my Australian-Hungarian. I keep on getting mixed up. I keep on saying Austro-Hungarian all the time. So we've given the Russians who are loyal to fascism a bit of land, but I don't want communism, the Soviets, the fucking Tsar or Stalinism back in Russia. So I made the decision to liberate the men of the Caucasus, the Ukraine, and Belarus. Now these guys will keep the Russians in check as well. But this is quite cool. Look at this, like, flag for the Caucasus Authority. British Raj as well. We managed to get rid of the British Raj and bring back the Raj. So I'm probably going to give the Raj like a huge chunk of China. I'll let them have sort of the African territories here. And then, yeah, probably give British Raj a lot of China. Depending on how, yeah, probably expand Denmark and Sweden and stuff as well, because they have some really nice claims. I should be continuing on while I was talking just there. So having a quick look, we still need to knock out Spain and Japan, and we're probably going to be able to do that in today's episode. There are some small resistance here in the bottom of South France. Nice, Marseille and Toulon are holding out. We do have air superiority at the moment, which is fantastic. Florence is about to fall though, which is great. What are we missing in production? Maritime. Whoa! What? Lithuania SSR joins the Comintern? Did they make their own faction, did they? Those cheeky buggers. Communist. Who with? Tenatuvu. Right. Okay, okay. So communism and democracy still lives. Not so much in America. America's been so weird in this playthrough. I've never sort of seen it happen. They are still in the Allies for some reason. You'd think they'd flip back over, you know, if they flip to fascism. Zaragoza is there. We're overrunning like the Spanish, the last of the Italian forces here. Probably should get rid of them. They got so low supply that they're basically doing like nothing. So let's go and surround and kill these guys. Take Florence. Then we've got the entirety of Italy back on us. How well are we doing here? Yeah, at the moment, it's just last lot of resistance. Let's finish them off. Okay, we're still pushing into Zaragoza here. How well are we doing fighting in China as well? It's a little bit hard to see, but we're doing quite well. There was even some like weird sort of charges here. The Caucasus aren't doing too well. But it's mostly Indian troops pushing forward here. They're doing quite well. Not so much in the north though. But the Russian Empire and the command of Constantine is moving quite well. Okay, so how far are we pushed over the Pyrenees? We have. Zaragoza is on the steppes, and we're about to surround and kill an abundance of them here. I wanted this front line to be a hell of a lot bigger. Why was it not? You should be like spreading yourselves out big time. Still got to deal with this as well. And the north. It's just a little bit hard to push, isn't it? Ukraine wants to give me some motorized stuff, that's fine. We can't let them get too much ground. I might need to request some more divisions from some people. So how many can the Ukraine here can actually give me quite a bit. So let's get some reinforcements from the Ukraine. Let's get some reinforcements, 15 from Belarus. I don't want to get too many from the Caucasus because I want to try and let some of them hold out. So what I want to do is probably take this lot. We'll make a new army here. And we can't go on that border there, but we can go like here because we need to fix this fucking gore of a thing. Like, that's just a bad idea, that is. Push through there. I might even request some Russian forces as well. So basically, get everyone here to We'll just promote you then. Come down and deal with this pocket here. There's no point of you guys sitting idly by there, you know what I'm saying? And then anyone that was sort of not rallied up there, primarily these chaps can just hit on that. There are a couple of guys in the far north. That's fine. But it's cool to see what they're actually producing their own Belarusian sort of rifles and stuff, which is quite unique. I might even get some of those forces up in the north. These new Russian Empire forces to help out. There's no way that's really going to do too much. It's really at this point. We're going to be able to capitulate Spain before those guys even make a proper dent. You know what I mean? Madrid is on the cusp of defeat. Nationalist Spain's at 24%. I haven't even checked out Japan or anything. We're still pushing quite well in China. Japan doesn't seem to be hit. We're pushing them in the north where we can. We need to cut off this, because there's a lot of Japanese forces there that are just hanging out in the Caucasus. There's a bloody lot of them too. Just go for that. And then pincer these two. Yeah, look at that. Like, what the fuck? They're about to surround and kill 5 Japanese divisions there. How stupid's that? Madrid's about to be taken. Those reinforcements, the Belarusian and the Ukrainians from the Eastern Bloc are about to come in. It looks like we can probably hold this because this is actually spread to Rome. Okay, we're still hammering home here. Just they can't control a front line. The Danes are throwing in everything they've got. So, yeah, that hasn't come in yet. So what's the go with it? Oh, Australia's capitulated, right. We could get some more reinforcements from Africa. That could be a good idea. Still dealing with the north. We're about to hit the last of the Spanish here in Marseille. God knows why they aren't helping out their own country when it's about to fall. Once we've taken Nice and Toulon, we'll send these 45 divisions to this front line and we'll deal with them. Because they've taken back a bit of Italy. It's gone back and forth quite a bit. Alright, come on lads, take Toulon. You'd think there'd be Johnny on the spot right for it. Yep, there we go. I reckon most of them escaped, however. Yeah, they're trying to get back into it. Okay, so let's break that down. Let's get what we got here. And there. Pop you on that border. Form up. Okay, so we've taken the northern half of Spain. Oviedo. Madrid here as well. What the hell? The Americans have landed. That's interesting. So, there isn't much fascism axis around. Axis forces, really. We've pretty much knocked them out of Europe once we get rid of Spain. I might actually put some pressure on them here now. Try and push into Italy. Alright, push up through the north there. How are we not taking Madrid? Was it no? What's not Madrid? Madrid still hasn't fallen though. That's quite surprising. So yeah, we need to split. We need to give the majority to myself. 1 million Russians have died, so let's give them a decent put. We need to give the Swedes a lot and the Danes. The Swedes and Danes have priority, and so does the Indian Raj. Man, this is probably the biggest war I've ever sort of committed. 17 million losses. World War III, to say the least. Seville still hasn't fallen. We still haven't taken Italy here. They've capitulated, but they've still just got troops here. Mostly Japanese by the look of it, and just some rogue Italians. Nationalist Spain has capitulated, giving us nearly 40,000 rifles. That's what's so good when you capitulate a country. You just, like, absolutely fuck their economy. So they're gone now. It's probably time once we get rid of some of these pockets, these Axis pockets. Peru has capitulated. That's weird. We should be they should be able to like not get naval invasions. Do we have like? There's even like Russian ships there in the channel from what I could see. What? Who commands these? Russian Federation ships. What? Hang on a minute. Did they flip to democracy? How? There was a snap election. You're kidding me. Right, okay. I've never seen a country flip from 3 different ideologies. That's insane. What's my ideology? Yeah, mine's fascism like 100%. I wanted to see if there was any sort of incursion at all against this, against our fascist liberties. You know what I mean? Huh. So that's not good. That they're flipped like that. No one else is quite high or anything. No, that's quite high. But nothing to be a problem because they're my puppets. They can't really rebel. Alright, Italy's about to fall. But I think now it's the time to probably pause. Like, look at this, guys, right? There's only one small force here in the north of Africa. Crete, they've still got. I think it's time to start migrating over to Asia. We've got a lot of Indian support here. I think it's nearly time to sort of try and take out the last of China, Korea, and then we'll start hitting Japan with some naval invasions, I reckon. That's probably the way to go. We've got a massive navy, and we've got a massive air force as well, so I reckon we can do it. So I'll see you when we're about to finish. We'll probably invade Japan, depending on if we've got the last of China. We'll just have to see. Okay, guys, welcome back. Let's have a quick look at how the Asian front is going. The 11th of February, 1944. I've managed to move the majority of my units from Europe, which did take a while. We currently have 549 under our control. Let's have a quick sort of see where we are, sort of. So we've got right, so we've got 163 here. Supply is what's really killing us at the moment, fucking here. We've got 146 here as well. 96 Indians here. 29, 76 pushing from the north. We should be able to get rid of China quite quickly, but like I said, it's just like supplies the main thing. We've stretched the Chinese so thin. We naval invade around the back, but we've only been successful because we've hit like the ports with the resources and low tiles with no one on them. How else are we sort of going here? Yeah, we just 20 million men have lost their lives. That's just insane. 9 million for us. Could get 22 more divisions there. Oh. What's this? The Chus Peninsula. Right, okay. Originally homeland of the Chus dynasty, had fallen to Japanese since 1910. It's because we've just taken Pyongyang. Maybe it's time to give them a long-awaited independence. They shall become a free nation. Liberate South Korea. A puppet government shall be installed. We will leave them to the Japanese. What do I want to do? I'm probably going to give... It's probably not a bad idea having the Koreans as a buffer zone there. Yeah, let's install a puppet government. Hopefully they're not communist, so that's the thing. Ooh. Please don't freeze the game. Right, so here we go. So we've got, yeah, the Korean Peninsula. That's fine. Yeah, they're fascist. Good. The independent Korean governor. That's cool. It's like a dragon. Wow. That's badass. Awesome stuff. I think it's probably not a bad idea. I want to probably give China to the... I'm probably going to give China to the Indians. They are my puppet. I haven't called them into the war, though, have I? They are now. I was going to say, I probably can't push over their border. Because I'm taking Korea so easily. Oh, wow, look at this. Nanjing is about to fall. We've pushed up through the south here. We've pushed a little bit with Russian intervention. Oh, we need to sort of deal with this pocket down here. But we should be able to get rid of China in a minute. We're probably ready to launch some naval invasions. Oh wow, Hiroshima's fallen to the United States, who have flipped back over. Let's try and... What we want to do is we want to actually try and stage a coup now that they've flipped back over again. That's what we sort of want. We want to sort of have a coup in the States, so we can join that eventually. Or maybe even get the Silver Legion in America. We want to start pushing over these borders where we can. Push over. That's what we want. Thing is, Nanjing's fallen. So just get rid of this. Push down in here. Get rid of the last... Probably get you guys to like head down here. Get rid of the last of the troops here and surround and kill them off. And then we'll try and navally invade the main Japanese island as well. Hey! Reorganized China has capitulated. They're gone skis. They've capitulated big time. All that is fucking left is Japan to take. We need to navally invade that as quick as we can. We'll finish off the remaining scraps of the Chinese here. Man, the Indians have helped out so much. Like, converting them over has been a huge, huge victory for us. The north is always hard to take, but we've got South Korea under our control. We might just straight up navally invade them. We might not even worry about this northern bit. Who's this here? Oh, China. China's actually a part of the Allies there. Yeah, we've got this sort of small allied pocket still hanging around the world. Not going to worry about it because you can't really get rid of them. Very much in the same boat as the Comintern up here. Wow, for real. Check this out, guys. Like, the states have just gone in here. They've taken Hiroshima, which is insane. We've nearly taken out China now. It's just really this northern pocket here in Manchukuo and way up the back here, which is going to be a pain. We should be able to finish them off down here near the Hong Kong sort of region. But yeah, the states might have a better claim to Japan than me. Who took this? Who took that right there? How's that still Japanese? Oh, it's controlled by Chile. That's what it says. Okay, guys, I've made the decision to actually get military access with the states. I'm going to ask for it, and they're probably going to give it to me because Japan's just been carved up. Like, look at this, right? So, Hiroshima here has been taken. Osaka's been taken by Chile. I might actually negotiate with Chile as well. We're fighting... you asked for military access. So, I've split off 70, 90... how many have I got here? 72 divisions. Okay, so they're accepted. We're going to be able to disembark here now. I'm probably going to have to give half of Japan to the States and Chile because, well, they've done most of the fighting. It was all them. It wasn't me in this. If I could take the top half. Wow, it's just flipped completely there. Okay. Let's... I didn't even have to, like, navally invade Japan here. It was the, entirety of the States. To be fair, I'm fucking holding up the Japanese army here, though. This is where the Japanese army really is. It's in these lands in Manchukuo and whatnot. I'm not going to give the States military access. That'd be fucking crazy. But if I can send my army over here to help out, not really a biggie. Try and take Nagasaki with some of the remaining ones. If we can take Tokyo for ourselves, that'd be huge. Republic of Turkey has taken half of Tokyo there. That's weird. But it looks like the Australian-Hungarians are going to be the first into Tokyo. Domi arigato, Mr. Roboto. The fall of Tokyo has happened. They must be close now. 74%. 20 million men have lost their lives. 30 million human lives in total have been lost in this war. 8 million to the Austro-Hungarians. The Russians have lost 1.6 now, nearly as much as the Swedes, but population comparison-wise is just insane. So I need to give... Oh, Manchukuo has capitulated there. Excellent. So I need to give priority to Russia, Sweden, and Danes, and even the British Raj. So I really need to help out them. I'm just sort of looking at, yeah, the African countries didn't really do too much in this war. The only states only lost 700k. Turkey lost fucking nothing as well, really. So they might have a claim to a couple of the islands, maybe parts of Japan, but I've just taken the east and west half of it pretty much. I'm surprised they're still holding out. I would like to have a coup happen, but they're probably just going to flip like... When's the coup going to happen? We've got the equipment. 9th of April 1945. That's if it doesn't flip again or something stupid. Oh, we're taking that. We have to take Kochi. Maybe go around the back. Only a couple more settlements now, surely. Probably only one. Who lost the most? German Reich 3 million, Italy 3 million. This has been a hell of a war. Oh, they're kind of back here a bit. Japan. Can't seem to get through there. We're going to have to rejig this. There we go. Make it to the back end of here. And just go for it. Be real aggressive. You lot hit that. You lot hit this. Let's surround and get them. We've actually got some... I believe these are Malaysian. Yeah, these are the fascist Malaysian here. Malaya. That's what's in Japan now, really fighting. Oh. Well, they're all gone now. Maybe I should get more reinforcements just to speed things up. These 72 should be able to do the biscuit. Wow, they're holding out. What? Like, why can't you just, like go this way? Around that part of the island, you know? Because we just need to take Kochi. Nagasaki's fallen. How are they still holding on? Oh, they got actually a pretty strong military presence there. Alright. Let's give the states military access. It's not really helping because we're actually still fighting in their lands, aren't we? Yeah, we want to keep them out of our lands. Here we go, here's the reinforcements, we got them now. It was just the shift of, I reckon, being prepared and not. Right, now let's push everyone over here. Where can we do a front line? Can we squeeze one in there? Kidding me, I have to go fucking this way through the island. Perhaps, because sometimes front lines glitch on islands. Oh, the States already just did it anyway. GG. Let's swing back around then. Fuck that front line. Just get there. God, they're crazy bastards. The fucking Japanese. 96, 97. Just keep on hitting it. Like, don't fucking stop. Come on! You're defeated. Give up. You'd think they would. There we go. That's it, surely. Japan has capitulated. Huzzah. Wow. So, the war is over. Man, oh man. We've got to divvy up Italy, Japan, the German Reich, Spain, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Peru. So probably give that to these allied forces down here. We didn't do any fighting down here, so probably give it to primarily the States and like Chile and stuff. So, after that, we'll divvy up the war room and we'll have a look at, see how the world sort of ended up. Okay guys, the peace conference is over. The Treaty of Rome has been signed. I've divvied up the world. Let's see how I went. So we had to divvy up Italy, Japan, Germany, Spain, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Mongolia, Siamese Empire, China, Manchukuo, and Peru. So here is what I've ended up going with. Let's end it now, get everything signed off and done. So there was a couple of major players for me, of course. Free America took 15 states, 64 I took, Sweden took 14, Norway took 14, Denmark took 17, the Raj took 56 states, and here is the equipment and stuff seized. Okay, so for myself and my vassals, the major players obviously were the British Raj, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and myself. And I wanted to sort of give my vassals land and where they sort of helped me out, you know. So, down here, of course, I wanted to give Sweden some territory. They lost 2 million men in the fight. They deserve land. So I gave them a really nice part here in northern Germany and Prussia. They've taken Warsaw. There's a lot of really good farming land for the Swedes. Same with the Danes as well. I practically gave them West Germany. Even though I did most of the fighting here, I felt like the Danes really deserved like a really good chunk of Germany here. I took Berlin for myself as pretty much a safe kick. We took the Brandenburg region, but I really didn't take too much of Germany. Now, for Norway, it's kind of hard with these Scandinavian countries because they don't really border anything, so Denmark's okay. Sweden's just a nice little sea trip. Norway, they have to go a little bit far. So I gave Norway, northern France, and then I took Spain, the entirety for myself, Italy, and giving me this big, nice sort of Baltic Mediterranean empire here as well. Belarus, Ukraine, Caucasus didn't really strengthen. I didn't want to strengthen the Russian Empire at all because they flipped over to democracy. Yuck, we don't want that. I managed to make the Kingdom of Nigeria the biggest. I gave them that northern bit of Africa. Gave Egypt a huge empire here as well. I gave Somalia the Horn of Africa, and I expanded Sudan quite a bit. Moving over here to the really big winner here is the Raj. The fascist Raj. They did most of the fighting and the dying here in China, so I gave a lot of Southeast Asia to them, gave pretty much the entirety of China to them. So there's the Raj pushing all the way up. I could have given this to the Russians, but I'm not going to. Japan-wise, we managed to give Korea to my new puppets, and I split Japan up here. I gave Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and this island here to the Americans. I gave myself sort of Osaka Central here. I actually gave Tokyo to the Chileans because they did quite well on this other side. And then I gave the rest of the islands in Japan, all these sort of smaller islands here, to the Americans. But there's no way in hell that Australia is not going to go to the Australian-Hungarian. So I'll show in green my territory here. What else was there? Oh, yeah, there was some stuff in South America. Oh, I didn't mean to take that. Oh, whoops. And then I gave the states Venezuela, I gave Chile, Peru, and I also gave the Dominican Republic to the states. So okay, I think it's time to end the video in the series here. We'll probably move on to something else. 13th of October, 1944. There's not really much else to go against. This is... Oh, what? What's the Latin Union? Oh, what? I didn't see that. So the Allies are somewhat back, but not really. Oh, wow, okay. So that's... I've thrown a curveball. I didn't expect that. So we've got the Allies, which is only encompasses Republic of Turkey, New Zealand. So not really anyone. Turkey, Iraq, South Africa, New Zealand. there, Comintern there as well. So the Latin Union. So there's been a fascist coalition between Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico, right? And then we've got the Allied forces in the Silver Legion here. Well, I think it's time to create my own faction now. Okay, then let's sort of finish it off by creating my own faction officially. I was planning on doing it before, but you guys know the whole puppet business. So who should I create a faction with? Should I... Who's sort of my closest ally in all this? Probably the Danes or the Swedes. You could really go either way. So let's create a faction now then, and let's call it, quite obvious, the Australian-Hungarian Empire. Boom. Let's do it. Let's get this done. The dawn of the Australian-Hungarian Empire is official. And let's see who basically wants to join. Invite. Invite. Norway's coming along. Korea's coming along. Huh. Free America's gonna come along. Really? I'm surprised they flipped again. Caucasus are coming. Belarus. Rhodesia. And all the Kenyan factions. Alrighty. So, I've invited everyone. I'm blown away that Free America joined. So, here we go, guys. The dawn of the... Wow. The Australian-Hungarian Empire. Look at the mass of it. It's all in white as well. It's blowing out the opacity. So, Canada and the States are with us because they flipped. Wow. So we've got the Latin Union here, but I feel like the series is over. Like, there's no way they're going to stand a chance, even though that's quite cool, the Latin Union. We've got the entirety of practically Africa with us, the entirety of Europe, bar a couple of small countries that remain, the Middle East as well. But that is the series there. Hopefully you have enjoyed this Australian-Hungarian series as much as I've had. I've had an absolute blast. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.